guys. So today we are starting Module 2, which is measurement. And our lesson today is about looking at time as a continuous measurement. So for this lesson, we're going to do it just like we do in class. You're going to listen to a video. Miss Roos is going to be your teacher today in the video, and she is going to instruct you for lesson 1. So just like we do in class, you're going to watch the video, you're going to pause the video as we're moving along, all right? So you are going to need for this lesson a couple of things. In your math game bag, open up your tray, and you will find that there is an expo marker, and there is a little timer. And you also will find in the bag this dry erase board. So you're going to need those 3 things today for our lesson. All right, let's get started.
Hi friends, I'm Mrs. Roos. Today we are going to be exploring time as a continuous measurement using a stopwatch. Let's go ahead and get started. On the left are the materials needed for today's lesson. You will also be doing some activities that require you to have some space around you. Take a moment to ensure that you have everything you need, and then we will begin. We're going to begin today with a fluency activity called Tell Time on the Clock. What we're going to do is we're going to skip count by 5s, starting at our 0, which is also our 12 on the clock. Ready? Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Let's take it one step further. This time I'm going to show you the time on a clock, and on your whiteboard you're going to write what time you see. Ready? Here's our first time.
So you can pause it and write down that time on your dry erase.
You should have written 11:10. Let's try one more. Here's another time. Write what time it is on your whiteboard. This time is 6:30. Now that we have our brains warmed up and ready to tell time, let's talk about our application problem for this lesson. In the problem, it took Mrs. Bauer 5 seconds to tie one shoe. Does it take very long to tie a shoe? No. Let's see how long 1 second is. So I'm going to type 1, hit save. Here we go. 1 second. All done. That's a super short amount of time. Let's see how long 5 seconds is, which is the time it takes Miss Bauer to tie one shoe. Ready? Here we go. Let's feel how long 40 seconds is. That's the amount of time it takes Miss Bauer to tie 8 shoes. So I'm going to set my timer for 40 seconds. Ready? Here we go. That's 5 seconds. 10 seconds. 15. 20 seconds. We're halfway there. 25 seconds. 30 seconds. 35 seconds. And finally, 40 seconds. Seconds are a unit of time. They're smaller than minutes, so we can use them to measure short amounts of time. Reflect out loud. What are some other things we might measure in seconds? The tool we've been using to measure is called a stopwatch. We can start and stop it to measure how much time passes by. Where have you seen stopwatches used in everyday life? Maybe you've seen them in races or in swim meets. When we stopped the stopwatch, did time stop or did we just stop measuring? Answer that out loud. Time didn't stop. We just stopped measuring. Time keeps going. Time is continuous. Continuous means time does not stop, but it's always moving forward. We just use stopwatches and clocks to measure its movement. I want you to estimate how long it would take you to draw a 2x5 array and share that estimate with me out loud. Now use your stopwatch to time yourself drawing the array. Pause the video to do that now. Now use mental math to compare your estimate with how long it actually took you. Were you close? Let's try another one. This time, estimate how long it will take you to skip count by 5s to 60. Share that estimate with me out loud. Now pause the video to use your stopwatch and time yourself, skip counting by 5s to 60. Again, compare your estimate with your actual time. How close were you this time? Okay, last one. This time, estimate how long you think it will take you to draw a 6x10 array. Share that estimate with me. Now pause the video and use the stopwatch to time yourself drawing a 6x10 array. Were you close this time? I just looked at the clock, and it seems that about 6 minutes have gone by since we started our video today. Minutes are longer than seconds. Let's find out what the length of 1 minute feels like. So I'm going to change my stopwatch to have 1 minute and 0 seconds. Sit quietly while I run the stopwatch for 1 minute. Ready? Here we go. There's 10 seconds. 20 seconds. 30 seconds, so halfway there. 40 seconds. 50 seconds. Finally, 1 minute. What did a minute feel like to you? It was definitely much longer than 1 second, which we found out earlier. Now I'm going to run the stopwatch again for 1 minute. But this time, instead of just sitting quietly, I want you to tell me about your favorite game. The length of 1 minute feels the same. Ready? Here we go. Tell me about your favorite game. Go. Time's up. Did 1 minute feel faster or slower than when you were just watching the clock? Definitely felt faster, right? Because talking is so much more fun than just sitting there. How long a minute feels can change depending on what we're doing during that minute, but the measurement stays the same. Tell me some things we might use minutes to measure. Now let's do some more timed activities. Use your stopwatch to measure how long it takes you to do the following 2 tasks. First, how long it takes you to touch your toes and raise your hands over your head 30 times. Then, how long it takes you to draw a 1x1 array, a 2x2 array, a 3x3 array, a 4x4 array, and a 5x5 array. Pause the video to time yourself and complete those tasks now. We can use the stopwatch to start measuring how many minutes it will take to get dark outside. Do you think it will take a long time? Yes. So should I keep measuring in minutes? No, a different unit of time may be a better measurement. Imagine that I measure how long it takes for all the students in your class to turn 10 years old. Is a stopwatch a good tool for measuring such a long amount of time? No, it's better for measuring short amounts of time like we've done so far today. Time keeps going, and a stopwatch just captures a few seconds or minutes of it along the way. Great job with our lesson today. Let's move into our problem set work. For our problem set today, your must-do problems are number 1, number 2, and number 5. Set a timer or watch the clock for 10 minutes and complete those 3 problems. If you have additional time in your 10 minutes, feel free to try any of the other problems on the page. For 10 minutes.
All right, you guys, great job getting through that lesson. So in your math game bag, you should have your problem set. Go ahead and circle 1, 2, and 5. And then using your timer, go ahead and start your work and set it for 10 minutes and go 10 minutes. And then at the end, we will review.
Free to try any of the other problems on the page. Don't forget to check in with your teacher, and I'll see you next time for another Eureka math lesson.
All right. So 1, 2, and 5. So use a stopwatch. How long does it take you to snap your fingers 10 times? So you're going to take your stopwatch. Oops, I need to get one that has an activated battery. All right. So you're going to watch and go. All right, it took me 6 seconds. How long did it take you? So you're going to write in how much time it took. And then you're going to use a stopwatch. How long does it take to write every whole number from 0 to 25? So you're going to need to write those numbers in here. Now, you don't have to do 3 and 4, but it is kind of fun to time stuff. So you might want to try this one. How long does it take you to name 10 animals? And then how long does it take you to write 7 times 8 equals 56 15 times? And then you're going to record your time below for all of those. And then for number 5, you're going to have some more things that you're going to time. So it says work with your group, but you're just going to be working on your own. Use a stopwatch to measure the time for each of the following activities. So you're going to write your full name, do 20 jumping jacks, whisper count by 2s from 0 to 30, draw 8 squares, skip count out loud by 4s from 24 to 0, and say the names of your teachers from kindergarten to grade 3. So you're going to do all of these things and you're going to turn in this worksheet like you do the homework sheets. And when you turn this in, I will mark that activity, that assignment in Schoology complete. All right. That's it for your lesson today. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon.